In the heart of a vast African wildlife reserve, an extraordinary rescue unfolded that captured the attention and hearts of everyone who witnessed it. A majestic white lion, known by the caretakers as Shumba, found himself in a life-threatening situation after being attacked by a massive swarm of poisonous bees. It was a calm afternoon when Shumba, curious and carefree, wandered through the tall grass, exploring his territory. His bright mane glistened in the sunlight, and he moved with the confidence of a king. But destiny had something unexpected waiting for him that day. As Shumba walked near a fallen tree, he brushed against a low-hanging branch without realizing that a large beehive was attached to it. Within moments, the hive was disturbed, and an angry swarm of bees burst out, filling the air with a furious buzzing. Startled, the lion tried to back away, but it was too late. Hundreds of bees surrounded him, stinging his face, neck, and legs. The powerful lion roared in agony, shaking his mane desperately in an attempt to escape, but the swarm only grew more aggressive. The sound of his cries echoed across the plains, alerting nearby rangers who immediately realized something was terribly wrong. The wildlife rescue team was quickly alerted and raced toward the scene with medical supplies, protective suits, and tranquilizer equipment. When they arrived, they were met with a heart-wrenching sight. Shumba lay under a bush, his breathing shallow and his body trembling. His once proud face was swollen, his eyes nearly shut from the multiple stings, and his golden white mane was littered with bees. The rescuers knew they had only minutes to save him before the venom caused more serious reactions. One team member used a smoker device to drive the remaining bees away, while others approached cautiously, speaking softly to calm the distressed lion. A veterinarian prepared a tranquilizer dart and fired it gently into Shumba's side to ease his pain and prevent further panic. As the sedative began to take effect, the rescuers covered him with a light blanket to protect his skin from further stings and began cleaning his wounds. Each sting was carefully treated, and an antihistamine injection was administered to counteract the effects of the venom. Once Shumba was stabilized enough to move, the team placed him carefully onto a stretcher and transported him to the reserve's veterinary care center. The journey back was tense and filled with silence except for the steady beeping of the monitoring equipment. Every member of the rescue team remained focused, ensuring his breathing remained stable. At the center, veterinarians continued their work tirelessly. They cleaned the infected areas, applied soothing ointments, and gave him fluids to help his body recover from the shock and dehydration caused by the venom. As night fell, Shumba remained under observation. The medical staff watched over him closely, their faces filled with both worry and hope. Hours later, the lion began to stir. His eyes fluttered open, and though weak, he managed to lift his head slightly. The entire room filled with quiet relief. The worst was over. For the next few days, Shumba received constant care. His meals were specially prepared to help him regain strength, and his enclosure was kept peaceful and shaded to reduce stress. Slowly, the swelling on his face went down, and his breathing returned to normal. The bond between Shumba and his caretakers grew stronger during this recovery period. The staff often sat near his enclosure, talking to him softly and offering gentle reassurance. It was as if the lion understood that these humans were his protectors. Each day brought visible improvement. His energy returned, his majestic mane regained its brilliance, and the strength in his eyes began to shine once more. After several weeks of recovery, the day finally arrived for Shumba to be released back into his natural habitat. The rescue team gathered early in the morning, the golden light of dawn spreading across the savannah. As the gate to his enclosure opened, Shumba stepped out slowly, pausing for a moment to take in the familiar scent of the wild. Then, with a deep, powerful roar that echoed through the open plains, he walked forward, free once again. The team watched with tears and smiles as their beloved lion disappeared into the distance, strong and proud as ever. This rescue became a symbol of hope and compassion. It reminded everyone that even the mightiest creatures of the wild are not invincible and that human kindness can make all the difference. The courage and dedication of the rescue team turned what could have been a tragic ending into a story of survival, strength, and trust. Shumba's life was saved not only by skill and quick thinking but by the deep respect the rescuers had for every living being. His roar that morning was more than just a sound, it was a message of resilience and the unbreakable bond between man and nature.